have raw broccoli, cauliflower,
breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember.
Good morning, lovies. At least it's a morning for me. I just want to welcome you into a new vlog. We are home from Pennsylvania. We're back on the Jersey Shore, and believe me when I tell you, we are so happy to be home. I'm sitting at my desk right now. I'm cutting a bunch of pictures from our trip. In case you don't know, I have two channels here on YouTube. Of course, this one, which is my lifestyle channel, but I also have a crafty channel here as well. And right now over there, I'm doing a series where I am documenting the trip I just came back from in my journal. So if you've never checked me out over there, maybe right now is a good time to. So I thought as I sit here and sipped my sugar-free pumpkin spice coffee and cut pictures from the trip to prep for the video that I'm getting ready to film for the craft channel, I would talk to you guys just for a few moments. At least I'm gonna try to talk to you for a few minutes. I always say that and talk your ear off. But I just want to thank everyone for the beautiful comments on the travel vlog video. I've really never done a travel vlog video before, so that was kind of it's kind of new to me, but I just want to say thank you so much for all the beautiful comments. I got lots and lots of comments about my weight loss, and I kind of think it's been quite a while since I've talked about my weight loss, so I thought I would do a really quick update before we get into, like, you know, the fun portion, the vlog portion. But I know many of you are very interested in my weight loss. If you are new here and you're joining in because of the title of the video, you are interested in the weight loss. Hi, my name is Missy, and on April 22nd of this year, I had the gastric sleeve. I am officially 5 months post-op. I actually turned out to be 5 months post-op on my trip to Pennsylvania, and I was being the key word, down 118 pounds. Since coming home, I'm up I am up 5.2 pounds. I'm up like 5 pounds. Woo, buddy. Now, I kind of knew this might have happened, was gonna happen to me, because number one, from us to travel from the Jersey Shore into Pennsylvania, where we were going, is a 6.5 hour drive. And if, like I said, if you're new here and you don't know, I also have lymphedema in my right leg. So dangling for 6.5 hours, yeah, she swelled out. My leg swelled out. And not as big as it used to be. Like, sometimes my leg that had lymphedema in it could weigh 12 to 15 more pounds than my other leg. Like, I could carry some serious water weight in my leg. But in losing weight and changing the way I eat and my lifestyle and everything, the lymphedema has gotten much better. But by the third day, my pants were feeling a little tight. I could tell I was starting to swell. Another thing too that I was very concerned about, because I would not be able to control the ingredients, the portion sizes, and kind of what I was eating on the trip, because we were going to be there for almost a week and we were at a hotel. So I knew every single day we were going to be eating out, which is horrible. And what I do is, when we do occasionally eat out in my normal life when I'm not traveling, is whatever my husband or my daughter order, I just eat a little bit off their plate, as long as it's beef. Because as long as it's not beef, beef does not sit with me well. Because it doesn't pay for me to order my own meal. I can't eat a meal. Meals are like $20 now. It's just, it doesn't pay to do it at all. And we were gonna eat out like every single day. The only day that I really could control kind of what I was eating was breakfast, because the hotel did offer a continental breakfast every morning. So I was able to get my protein. They had eggs and they did have sausage, and they always had some kind of fruit. And whatever fruit they had, I would take one and stick it in my purse for later the day. Fruit is very important after bariatric surgery because that's where you get your, not your protein, that's where you get your fiber. So fruit is very, very important. So I was very thankful that the hotel every single morning put out fresh fruit. And like I said, if it was a banana or an apple, I would just, because I wouldn't be able to eat it with my eggs and like if I chose sausage or whatever. Some mornings I just ate eggs, but I was so thankful because I would take it and eat it like 2 hours later, like in the hotel room or wherever we was, or if we went hiking, I would eat it after we hiked. So I was very grateful about that. But really for lunches and dinner, we ate out every single day. Needless to say, that caught up with me. It caught up with me. Even eating some, even though I never ordered a meal for myself, just eating off of whatever Jeff and Savannah got. The places that, either the people that we were meeting chose or we were out hiking and we just were hungry. And in those cases, my husband and Savannah always chose like fast food. Like we do not have Arby's here in New Jersey, and they missed Arby's. And another one that they couldn't wait to eat was Dairy Queen. Fast food. So even though like at Dairy Queen they got chicken, it was breaded. You know what I mean? So half a piece of breaded chicken instead of I bake my chicken and put it in the fridge and I just eat it cold in my hand. And I weigh it. I know exactly how much I ate. The whole thing. So by the last day that we were there, the very last day that we were there, I didn't eat at all because I felt so sick. I felt so sick to my stomach. I did not feel well at all. On the drive home, the 6.5 hour drive home, I took an apple from the hotel breakfast and they had fresh blueberry muffins that morning. And even though it was a very heavy carb, blueberry muffins, I took it anyways because I knew it was blueberries and I thought it would sustain me. So on the drive home, I ate about 5 bites of the apple. I had to throw it away because once you bite into an apple, it's no longer good. And I ate maybe a half of the top of the blueberry muffin. That was it. That's all I could do that day because I felt so miserable from eating out for almost an entire week. I just felt awful. I actually had like indigestion. So when I got home, the bariatric surgeon that did my surgery sent me home with, I would say they're reflux pills, medicine, because reflux, acid indigestion is one of the major side effects of the gastric sleeve. And that's exactly what it felt like. It actually burned. I felt like I was on fire. It hurt. I actually had really bad back pain up real high. I had really bad back pain. I just was not okay. So for almost the day driving home and the day after, I didn't eat. I mostly drank water, and I tried to nibble on apples and bananas, but even the apples and bananas weren't sitting with me right. But the scale is showing 5-pound increase. I didn't eat well on the trip. There's just no way around about it. Even though I didn't order a meal, I was eating off of their plate. It's still things that I had no control over the ingredients. I had no control over like if Jeff got fries, I didn't eat the fries. I would eat whatever kind of, he got pulled pork a lot. And then what I would do is I would ask him to get a side of because it was pork. I mean, pork's okay. And it's really soft, but I would just ask him not to get sauce on one little piece. So I ate quite a bit of pulled pork, chicken. We had Mexican one night, but he got chicken chimichangas. And I cut a half of one off and opened the tortilla up and pulled the chicken out. But the chicken kind of was cooked in peppers and onions and spices and stuff. It tastes really good, but 30 minutes later, yeah, we weren't happy with that. My son's favorite place to go was Red Lobster. He went to Red Lobster one night. And Jeff got their special, which was a rock lobster tail and shrimp scampi, and he got a baked potato. And I took a corner of the baked potato, 2 shrimp, and then he cut the lobster tail up into pieces, and he dipped it in butter and he didn't put any on my plate, but he would give me a bite. I think I had 3 bites of lobster tail, only 1 shrimp. I couldn't eat the potato at all. But he did get me a side Caesar salad, which I took a little bit, and he ate the most of that. But that meal I think is the meal that really, really, really messed me up. Tasted delicious. Didn't think I ate too much. 1 shrimp, 3 bites of lobster tail, but he did dip them in the clarified butter before he gave it to me. And I would say about 3 to 4 ounces of the Caesar salad. Tasted fantastic. But I really think that's the meal that messed me up. I mean, I don't think that's why I gained 5 pounds, but I think that's the meal that messed my stomach up. So I'm just being honest. I am up 5 pounds. It is very discouraging to have already lost that and be on a great, weight loss track. And then you come home from a trip and you're up 5 pounds. But I kind of knew it was going to happen because just because I had the gastric sleeve, if you're not on top of what you're doing, which is what I do on a daily basis, making sure all my drinks are sugar-free, I stayed up with my water. I was measuring my water. I did because I brought my measuring cup and everything. But not being in control of how the food was prepared, cooked, because I don't use seed oils. I really don't use any oil at all. I don't use seed oils or oils at all. Anything fried is done in the air fryer. I try very hard not to eat anything breaded. Pastas, no, I try to stay away from all of that stuff. And it was very hard to do that on this trip. And I didn't have my scale. I didn't have my scale because when I cook dinners, I put my plate on a scale and then I put this stuff on. And when that scale reaches 6 ounces, nothing else goes on that plate. So I know everything on that plate was exactly 6 ounces. I had 6 ounces and that's it. When Jeff is sharing a plate with me and he's just he's just cutting something and plopping it on my plate, I have no idea how many ounces was on that plate. Do you know what I mean? So I am up 5 pounds and I can tell in my face, when I put on weight, the first place it goes to is in my face. I look puffy and I can tell that, I'm up 5 pounds, but I am determined to get that off and keep going. But I just want to put it out there. If you are going to have the gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, anything like that, even though you are on a weight loss journey, it is still possible, even with the tool of gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, you can still gain weight. And I also can tell that I'm retaining water because my leg is pretty big too. But I just came home. I didn't eat for 2 days. I kind of fasted and it almost reset my system. And I'm back exactly where I need to be, doing the things that I have been doing since surgery. And progressively, I have been losing anywhere from 10 to 12 pounds a month. And my surgeon is thrilled with that. So some months I lose a little more, but I've never lost less than 10 pounds a month. So I think that's great. So I've talked almost for 15 minutes. I told you, I thought I was going to try to do all this quick, but it's never quick. I'm a very detailed explainer. But that's just my update. Officially, I was down 118 pounds, but now I'm down, let's see, that would be 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. I'm down 113 pounds. So, but I'll be back to 118 and keep trucking forward in no time. I know I will. You just got to stay focused. So I just want to encourage anybody, if you are on a weight loss journey like myself, you have had the tool of gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, or you haven't had any tools like that, you're just on a weight loss journey, the scale fluctuating is a very natural, normal thing. Don't get discouraged because it can be very discouraging, especially when you've already lost it and gained it back. Just do what you know works, get right back onto the program. I hate to call it that. For me, it's a total and complete lifestyle change. Get back into what your lifestyle requires of you. I'm winning the victory over food. You know, I have to protect. I'm being healed mentally and physically from my addiction to food, and I have to protect that healing with everything I can. And I'm not going to allow a 5-day, trip that kind of took me a little off to derail my progress. So just going to give a little word of encouragement, but that's where I am at right now with my weight loss. So just thought I'd put all that in there. I know most of you love the very talky portions because I'm a talker of my video, and I think that's why you're my tribe, and I really appreciate that. But we're gonna get into some more fun things, and I promise I will try not to talk your ear off anymore for the rest of the video. I thought I would show you some of my groceries that I got this week because I have some awesome meal plans, and a lot of these recipes and ideas came off of Pinterest, so whatever I do share I will pin down below. But I got 100% tomato juice because I'm going to make chunky chili. We got sugar for our iced tea, some onions for chili, I got celery for some ideas, we got some buffalo style chicken breast, provolone cheese. I'm going to be making pasta salad without the pasta. So instead of having pasta, we're going to have raw broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. These are zucchinis, which I'm going to be doing a crab salad with the, not zucchinis, cucumbers. These are cucumbers. I got some cilantro for our chili, bananas. I got some fresh asparagus. We're also going to be having some chicken. This is for just chicken salad sandwiches. My husband loves that. I got some diced tomatoes to put in our chili. This is going to go with our pasta salad without the pasta. I got some fun things coming with hot sauce. And we got some feta for some different salads. We got some baby Bella mushrooms. We got green olives. We got some berries to go with some stuff. So we got some raspberries, blueberries. I needed cream cheese to do a crab dip that I'm also going to be doing. Ranch seasoning for another dip. We needed garlic powder, chili powder. My husband got lots and lots and lots of yogurts. And then here's one of his yogurts he takes to work with him. He loves the yogurt and these yogurt drinks. He takes a lot of that to work with him. Okay, we got some ground chicken for some dinners. Atlantic salmon, hard salamis. They're going to go in with our Italian pasta salad. Here's the imitation crab meat. I'm going to get a couple meals out of that. We also got some flounder for dinner. We have another Greek yogurt, sour cream. We have vanilla, 30-gram protein drinks, black olives, lemons. They're puff corn. They got it in cheese and butter. Hamburger buns for sandwiches and for chicken salad, zucchinis, and croutons for our pasta salad. Lots of good stuff. I am very excited about making these recipes this week, and I'll share some of them with you in the next clip. So I thought I'd show you my church outfit. We'll start doing some fit checks here on the channel. I really like this outfit, so I thought it was super cute. So let me stand over here. So I have this cute little white t-shirt with my black striped pants. I have a cute little bracelet on. I have a cute little pearl necklace. And my fit watch. I have my rings on. Oh, I gotta put earrings on. And then I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm wearing white sandals. White sandals to go with my white shirt. I got my Bible. This is my church fit. Because I'm wearing a little pearl necklace, I'm just gonna wear a little pearl studs. Since I've been losing weight pretty steadily, one of the things that I really try to do is make a purpose to get dressed, put a little bit of makeup on, nothing extravagant. You know, I did some mascara, I have some lip gloss on, a little bit of foundation, nothing crazy, but just something to make me feel good about me so that I don't lose the momentum to, you know, keep feeling good about me, keep wanting to lose weight, keep wanting to hit goals and do things that I've never done before. You know, how we feel about ourselves really reflects on the outside. And sometimes when I look back at some of my older pictures, even some videos that I've done here on YouTube, I can really see how I truly felt just by looking at myself. I wasn't really taking care of me. And, you know, hitting some non-scale victories, riding a bike, hiking, as you guys saw in my last vlog, hiking all the way out. It was like 4 miles to the falls. You're gonna see another non-scale victory. It's sitting behind me. I got on a e-scooter. You guys are gonna see a little more about that here soon. Things like that. And I'm hitting all of these goals. And as I hit all these goals and do all these things, I'm just feeling so much better about myself. And because of that, I want it to reflect, and I want to take the time to shower more. I'm just going to be off. You know, when you are depressed and, you know, you have mental health things going on and you're not happy with you and stuff like that, showering can be a big thing. Painting your nails, taking the time to just clean your face, put makeup on, nightly routines, you know, face routines, skin routines, creams, wearing jewelry, you know, just wearing clothes that make you feel good. Things like that tend to slip. They just, because you don't feel good about you, so why would you do those things? Do you know what I mean? And I feel good about me right now, and I'm really, really grateful. And God is truly healing my mind and my relationship with food and with myself. I'm getting to places where I can forgive myself. I see myself in different places. God is just doing a tremendous work in me, in my mental health, all of it. And I've also been off my Prozac now for 2 full weeks. I weaned myself off against doctors' recommendations. They wanted me to stay on the Prozac. I've been on Prozac for 4 years and I don't like the side effects. And my face has cleared up tremendously without Prozac. So I've been off Prozac for 2 full weeks, and I believe that God has fully and completely and totally healed me from anxiety. And I just feel refreshed in my mind. I don't know how else to explain it. So when you change your lifestyles, how you eat, how you see yourself, you allow God to do work in you, you get honest with yourself and God and be like, God, you know, this is what I had, this is what's going on, I need help. And you just surrender. He does a work. And yeah, I don't want to go on and on and on, but I'm headed to church. So I feel good. I feel good. And I'm still very much a plus size person, even though I've lost 118. Well, I gained 5. I haven't weighed myself in 3 days since we've been back. I'm a little hesitant to get on the scale. I promise myself I'm not going to obsess about that. I was down 118. So what is that? 17, 16, 15, 14, like 113 pounds, somewhere in there. I'm down 113 pounds. I still have a lot more to go. So I need to keep the momentum, you know? And feeling good about you is very important to keep the momentum when you have about another 150 pounds to go. So let's go to church. So I thought it'd be fun on my drive home from church to just tell you guys some of my ideas this week for food, my food plan this week. Actually, when I get home from church today, I'm going to be making a crab dip for Jeff and Savannah. It's going to be like a cold crab dip. I don't know. Once I make it, I might add cheese and put it in the oven. I think Jeff would prefer it probably hot. I don't know. We'll see. But he's really into dips right now, so I want to make him dip. But I'm actually going to put some of the imitation crab aside for myself, and I'm actually going to make air fryer crab for myself because it's really high in protein. And then there's also a little crab salad that I love, and you shred the carrots and the cucumber like super thin, almost like spaghetti thin, and then you shred the imitation crab, and it has like a mayonnaise-y kind of dressing over it. So I'm gonna do like 3 different recipes with the imitation crab. So I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna work on that when I get home from church today. And then some of the other ideas that I really want to do too is I am really, really hungry for chili. I have not had chili in, I don't know, maybe 8 to 9 months. I have not had it at all post surgery. So it's just that time, you know, it's just that time. So I'm really, really hungry for chili. So I'm going to make chunky chili that has a lot of veggies and stuff in it. And then what I might do is make a pot of chili that I know Jeff and Savannah love and will definitely 100% eat. And then scoop out just a little bit of it and put it in a different pot and add more veggies because they're not crazy about veggies. But I want more of like a chunky chili. So that's another meal that we're going to be doing this week. I don't have a recipe per se for that one because I've been making chili for myself and the family for years. But some of these recipes I did get off of Pinterest. Another one too that I found on Pinterest because I was really, really hungry for pasta salad. But I'm really trying to stay away from pasta. So I saw on Pinterest that instead of pasta, we can use raw broccoli and cauliflower in place of the pasta. And then of course, all of your, Italian pasta salad yummies like salami, olives, peppers, all of the good stuff, croutons, all the stuff with Italian dressing, but no pasta. And I really think Savannah and Jeff will like that as well because they love raw vegetables, especially broccoli and cauliflower. So that's another one that I want to make this week. I have quite a few that I picked up. Another one too was I'm really, really trying to, as I mentioned in the beginning in the 15-minute blab with all of you guys, I really, really want to eat more fish. I have not eaten a lot of fish since surgery, but I really want to get into that since beef is just, I don't know, maybe in a year from now or so, maybe I'll be able to handle beef, but every time I try beef, I'm so sorry, I do. So I try to stay away from beef as much as possible. So I really want to replace like all the beef with like fish. And whereas I love flounder and I love walleye and of course shrimp and crab, and I love all of that stuff, I've never in my life had salmon. Every time I go anywhere and salmon is being made, it always smells so fishy, and I'm just like, I don't know, something about it. But I know it's really, really good for me. Like, I really do. And I really researched some really good recipes. And one of the things that people were saying that it's the best to try is actually air fried in your air fryer. And you put like a glaze on it with like honey and garlic. And that sounds very appealing. And putting it in the air fryer, like you chunk it up and put it in the air fryer, that actually sounds good. So that's another meal that I really want to try this week, is my very own homemade salmon. My husband, Jeff, loves salmon. Anytime we go out, especially like Chinese buffets and stuff like that, if there's salmon on the buffet, he's eating it. So I know Jeff loves salmon. And then I also bought flounder, as you guys saw in the grocery haul. And we love flounder with just like lemon and, like asparagus or something like that. I know we're going to love the flounder. So flounder is another meal. I'm trying to think what other ones. And then there was just some other little things too that I found on Pinterest that were like great little snacks. And I'll share some of that with you guys too. One of them I actually saw that looked really, really good. And it was just to take cottage cheese, put a little bit of ranch powder in it and mix it with like red hot sauce, and make it kind of like a buffalo dip, but without the chicken. And then you dip like celery in it. And I love that. Like when we would go get wings and stuff, that was one of my favorite things to do, was like, how the wings are always served with celery and you dip it in the blue cheese and stuff. So I really think I would really like that. So that's a great little snack I want to try. And then I also saw something very similar to that, which was like a buffalo chicken something or other. I can't think off the top of my head, but I'll put the pin picture right here. So that's with the zucchini, and we all love zucchini. So I think that's going to be a winner, and I think I'm going to serve that with some chicken and stuff. So I just have some new recipes that I want to try. I want to kind of like kick up our dinners and things like that, and try new things, add new things to our diet, but really keep it simple and clean. And like I said earlier, I don't eat seed oils. I try to stay away from oil as possible. And I want to eat a ton more vegetables. And I want my family to eat a lot more vegetables as well. And I really think vegetables, adding more vegetables and maybe a variety of different kinds of fish, and really staying away from beef. I mean, for Jeff and Savannah, not all together. I mean, my husband really does love like a really good hamburger, or a really good steak. I'm not gonna like deny him that. But I would like to add more fish to our diet. So I thought going on Pinterest and finding new recipes would be a great way to do that. So I'm not going to be able to fit all of these ideas in today's video and have it up for you tonight by Sunday night. But I am going to share the imitation crab recipes with you when I get home from church. I'm going to go right into making that, because by the time I get done with all of that, Jeff should be coming home from church. So him and I are in separate cars, just in case you're like, well, Missy, why isn't Jeff with you? Jeff runs sounds at our church. So today was his day. He doesn't do it every single Sunday, but when his day, he has to stay for both services because he runs the sounds. So I went to first service, and he has to stay to run sounds again for the second service. So while he's at the second service, I can go home and, prep all this. And then when he gets home from church, it'll all be done and ready, and he can just come home from church and we can eat lunch. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and prep all of that. So I will probably feature some of the things that I'm mentioning right now in this video in the following video. Like I will film like when I make like the pasta salad without the pasta and some of the other things. Like I will film that, and I'll share it with you in some upcoming videos. But that is what we really want to, at least when my husband and I sat down to plan out our food for the week and stuff like that. Like I talked about it with him all first, and he was in total agreement. I did pick him up a frozen pizza. Like I said, I'm not going to deny Jeff and Savannah their favorite things, because I'm trying to eat more clean, and I just really feel that when I eat more vegetables, fruit, and very lean meats, I feel 100 times better, and my brain fog is not as bad, and I really like that feeling. So I really want to implement more of that. But just because I might be eating, because we always have leftovers, because I can hardly eat anything. So like if I'm eating leftover chicken and vegetables, they don't have to eat leftover chicken and vegetables. I can throw a pizza. They love Red Baron pizza in the oven for them. You know what I mean? So it's just how things are in our household at the moment. And 5 months post-op, we're adjusting, and I'm learning what works for me. And I'm learning that because I don't eat these large amounts, I'm like a 4 or 5 bite girl, and I'm done. It's not this big, huge deal for me to warm up some leftover that I made like day before and throw them in a pizza in the oven, or have pre-made hamburgers ready for them to go, or, it's not this big deal. And then I know that I'm eating what I really want to be eating, and they're still eating things that they like, and it's not a big deal. The only way it becomes a big deal is if I make it out to be a big deal. Do you know what I mean? And I'm worth the extra effort. That is the thing that I am coming to terms with, and I am really finding is what's been missing in my own personal life is I'm worth the extra effort. I am worth the extra time it takes to prepare 2 meals. I am worth the extra effort to cook once, like make more chicken than I know Jeff, Savannah, and myself can eat, and put it away in the refrigerator for moments where I feel like I need a little extra protein boost, or if they have a request of like nachos or pizza or something that I know I really shouldn't be eating, I know in the fridge it's not a big deal. I already pre-prepared chicken, rice, whatever. I am worth that extra time and effort. And before it was all about convenience, and I want what I want, and I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. And if it's junk, it's junk. Well, I am learning in my 40s that, junk in, junk out. If I eat a lot of junk, that's how I feel. I feel like crap. Crap in, crap out. Like, I feel like crap. And I'm just tired of feeling like crap. I am so tired of brain fog. I am so tired of just not feeling good. That's just not how I want to spend my time. And I really see a huge difference, as like I said before, God is healing my relationship with food and my mind. Food is associated with my mind. I know that may not make sense to everybody. If you've never been an addict to food, then it wouldn't. But if you've ever been an addict to anything, drugs, alcohol, an addictive personality to anything, my drug of choice was food, and God is really healing my relationship with that, and how food made me feel, and how it played a part in every part of my life, even in relationships, and how it overcame my life. And like I was just telling my family the other day, and my husband, I've been having some serious conversations, and I absolutely love it, that for years, my birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that was all centered around food. What special restaurant were you going to take me? And I'm going to order the most expensive thing and blah, blah, blah. I don't want any of that anymore. I just told my mom and my husband and everybody, like, when my birthday, our anniversaries and all that stuff rolls around, I don't want food. I want experiences. Gift me with an experience. So my husband and I just started talking, because I know I'm going on for another 15-minute tangent here, but my husband and I just started talking that my birthday is December 28th. Like, Christmas is the 25th. My birthday is the 28th, and our wedding anniversary is January 3rd. They're all within like 5 days of each other. So we've been talking, and I'm like, hun, really and truly, for Christmas, my birthday, and our wedding anniversary, I want an experience. Could we go somewhere we've never gone before? And I would love to go to the Poconos, and we're not too far, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours from the Poconos. So I think we've already started looking at some bed and breakfasts and Airbnbs and things like that in the Poconos. I really think for Christmas, my birthday, and my wedding anniversary gift, like, to each other, we're gonna go to the Poconos the day after Christmas, because I think Christmas is on a Thursday, so we would leave Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come home Monday. And that, to me, now, way outdoes, you know, the whole family getting together 3 times. And you all know what it's like to eat at Christmas. And then 3 days later for my birthday, they're taking me out to Red Lobster. And then 4 days after that, it's our anniversary and we're going to some steakhouse. Do you know what I mean? That totally outweighs any of that. To go to, like, my dream would be to go to like an Airbnb that has like a real fireplace, and, you know, be able to hike and explore that whole area in the winter, maybe even try skiing for the first time or something like that. That to me is so exciting, way more than going out to some fancy restaurant. So I don't want food anymore. I want experiences. So anyways, I'm going on and on and on. I'm just so excited about all these things. So I know I just talked another 15 minutes because I'm a talker, but those are my plans this week for my food. Not my food, our food plan for the week. And I'm headed home right now, so I will show you these couple imitation crab recipes that I found on Pinterest. I know I just showed you like what they look like on Pinterest, like picture wise, but I will actually pin the pins. They're easier to pin in the comments. I don't know, maybe I'll pin the Pinterest things in the comments. They're a little easier to pin and access there than they are in the description box. So if you're interested in any of the things I just talked about, I will pin them in the comments. Okay, I'll see you at home. So I got this cool little thing off the TikTok shop a little bit ago, and it is like a veggie slicer and all the fun things. So this is how I'm actually going to like julienne my veggies. So I just have to slip in the little, let me see how you do this. Okay, so this is the first crab salad, which just has thinly sliced cucumber, carrots, and the shredded crab. imitation crab. So we're gonna get a little bite of everything. This is delicious. Oh my gosh. I think Jeff will like this too. Oh, this is so good. With the carrots and the cucumber and the crab. If you make this a day ahead and let it marinate in your fridge like overnight to take somewhere, I think you're gonna be the belle of the potluck. This is so good. Oh my goodness. 100%. That's a winner. In this pot, this is gonna be the, I haven't decided yet if I wanna do it cold or if I wanna do it hot. I probably will do it hot because Jeff loves hot dip and he loves to dip tortilla chips in it. But I think this is gonna be the hot crab dip. And then I have a couple pieces, just a few little pieces of imitation crab frying in the air fryer. Now, Pinterest says, you know, it shows you dipping it in like clarified butter. Your girl's not gonna do that. No. When I went to Red Lobster, I told you, Jeff dipped the lobster that he was trying to give me a couple times. Like he dipped it in the clarified butter. And I think really and truly, that's what kind of made my stomach upset. Oils. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna squeeze, once it comes out of the air fryer, I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon on it. And I'm gonna try it. They say it tastes really, really sweet once it comes out of the air fryer. So I'm just testing it and we'll see it. Because if it is real sweet and it is real good, Jeff and Savannah will both love this. And for them, I would melt butter and all that for them to be able to dip, you know, the crab in. So we're gonna see. But this, for me, this is the salad I specifically made for me with fresh veggies and a little bit of crab. But after tasting this, I think Jeff will really like this too. So I'm excited to see him try this when he gets home, because I won't be able to eat all this. But this is actually really, really, really good. Okay, so a couple little pieces of crab meat that I put in the air fryer are done. I think I'm gonna try a piece without any lemon, without anything, and just see what it tastes like before I put anything on it. I do have to say, the salad and this other stuff that I kind of did doesn't smell fishy at all. I have trouble with fishy smells. This out of the air fryer, it has a little bit of a smell. So I'm a little hesitant. But they say it's really good and really sweet. Ooh, it's really crispy. Is it real hot? No, I can pick it up with my finger. It's real crispy. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, hot. Got a little crispy. I'm gonna try it with nothing. They say to dip it in clarified butter, but I'm like, no, I'm good. We're gonna try. Here we go. It's crispy. Okay, first initial bite, fishy. After though, you get the sweet. So it's like the outside got fishy. Like this smells a little fishy. This freshly out of the bag cut doesn't have a smell at all. This cooked has a little bit of a fishy smell. The outside tastes a little weird, but the inside's super sweet. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of lemon. See if you guys can't see it. I'm gonna see if that makes a difference. It gets real sweet though. I do see what they're saying. Your first bite is like fishy. And then after you chew it a little bit, super sweet, super soft. I can see why you would want to dip that in butter. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of the air fryer crab. You might be though. If you can, you know, have a rather regular stomach and dip this in clarified butter, I bet you it would taste just like crab legs, like from Red Lobster or something like that. I bet you. But to eat just like this, I'm not a fan. And I love crab. This, however, this salad, this fresh salad, I'm a big fan. I decided after looking at the recipes, I'm gonna bake this because I think Jeff would really, really enjoy this baked. And I will try a bite of that. You're supposed to eat this with like tortilla chips or like your favorite cracker or something like that. I'll probably just take a little bite with a fork just to taste it, to see how it tastes. But I'm not a fan of the air fryer crab. It has a really weird texture on the outside. The inside's really good, but it has a weird texture. I don't know, not a fan of that. Okay, so I'm going to cut up a celery stick. I already washed it. I'm just gonna get that cut up. It calls for celery and onion. And then we're gonna make soy sauce. I just want to let you guys know before I throw this back into the pan to bake in the oven that you can eat this just as is, as a cold crab salad. There's nothing in here that would make you sick if it wasn't baked. It's just that I know my husband, he prefers things warm and super cheesy. So I'm gonna put a thick layer of cheese on top of it to bake in the oven. And I know that he will absolutely love this hot. But the onions, the celery will give it a nice crunch. You got mayonnaise, sour cream, cream cheese, seasonings. All of this can be eaten cold. So you can serve this cold or hot. This is mine that I just made. I want you to try it. Tell me what you think. Your dip's almost ready. Baby, just get a big spoonful. Sniff it.
It's just like cucumbers and onions, except for it has carrot and stuff in it, but it's good.
It's good? You like it? You want to try it? Want to try some? You like that one? Yeah? Alrighty. Let's get this dip out. Oh, yeah. I'll put that right there with all of the chips. That looks awesome. I think Jeffs and Savannah are really gonna like that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, there you go. It's still really hot. But it's really good? Yeah? Okay.
Rate this one
This
from
one?
1 to 10.
I give that a 10 for sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Rate this one
All right,
1 from the 10.
I did try a little bite. Let me get another little bite. I didn't film it because it was so hot. But they're both really good. Oh, I think I like the hot one better, 10. This one's really good. This one, they're both really different. This one's super fresh and light. This one's more like a meal, but it's hot and it's yummy and it's good. So if you guys like imitation crab, you gotta try these dips, this yumminess. You gotta try it. They're pinned down below, guys.
Okay, so this one's a 10. Which one is this one?
I gave this one an 8.
Okay.
You gotta try these. They're really good, guys. Anyways, thanks for joining me today. I love you guys, but Jesus loves you so much more. I'll be talking to you very soon in another video. Until then, take care of you. Know I love you, but Jesus loves you more.
Mm-hmm.